welcome you guys. It's your girl, Darlaina Rose. Hope that all is well in your world. Today is amazing. We have an amazing guest tonight. I can't wait for you all to meet her. She is somebody that is doing amazing things in the world, and I can't wait for all of you to get a gander at this lady. When I say amazing, amazing. Let me get us public on Facebook. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to do with myself. I am just beside myself with this bonus babe that we got tonight. Oh my goodness, you guys are going to love her. From the very first time I heard her speak, I was in love with everything. I was in love with her work from that point forward. And I believe that when you hear her tonight, you too will be in love with her as well, as much as I am. Today was a day that I felt very queenly, so I decided to queen up. So I hope that all of you have had an amazing Friday. I truly have. In my place, the Healing House of Roses, I am just beside myself with I just can't wait to talk to her. She is so amazing, this lady. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So you guys having a good evening tonight? I truly am. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Planting Seeds with Darlaina Rose. 100 women, 100 days. Hold on. You do that and that. There we go. Reconnected. There we go. 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. We actually hit 100 days 2 days ago. And these ladies that we are having now are what I am calling the bonus babes. The bonus babes are women who we really wanted to showcase this season. We didn't want to wait until our next season in September. So we decided to go ahead and have them to come on now. So over the next couple of days, we will have a few bonus babes. So these bonus babes, you're absolutely going to love. I already love them all, and you're going to love them too. Tonight is no different. We're just waiting for our guests to pile on. Hey, Dr. Loretta. I'm so excited for this lady that's coming on today, Dr. Gina Page, co-founder and president of African Ancestry, has done so much work for the African diaspora to get us connected back to the continent. And, you know, from the first time I heard her speak, and she'll probably say all of that again, that, you know, we were the real people, victims of identity theft, with everything being stolen from us. Here she is, Dr. Gina. I'm so excited. She's here. Dr. Gina, there she is.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Gina. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How about you?
Amazing. Thank you for saying yes to the 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. And from day one that I ever heard you speak, I fell in love with your whole purpose and process. I probably, since that day, have been one of the biggest outspoken people about African ancestry, as opposed to Ancestry, 23andMe, and whoever the other companies are. When people are asking all of these, questions about that, my daughter has been doing our ancestry, and I said, we need to be on African Ancestry. So my family, we are waiting patiently to find out where we're from. I did ours, I want to say in April. So in late April, I think. So I think we're coming up on it. I checked and it said, you're in progress. I'm in progress. I activated everything. So I'm in progress. So if you guys don't know, let me just tell you who this royalty is. And I just felt all queenly all day today. So I said, I'm getting queenly too. And so today we have Dr. Gina Page, who is the co-founder and president of African Ancestry Incorporated. Dr. Gina is truly a pioneer. She is somebody who is really making sure that we, the people in the diaspora, get connected back to the continent. So again, Dr. Gina, thank you for being here. Oh my goodness.
Of course. We owe it all to Dr. Sandy Williams and Boss Women.
Yes. Dr. Sandy has been my friend for a very long time. I spoke to her just yesterday, because she's my mentor. And whenever I feel kind of crazy, that's the person that I call, and she gets me all the way right real fast. So yes, definitely, Dr. Sandy is without measure an amazing human being as well. So my first experience with you was at her event. When she was working with AR Club 55 and had the event in Philadelphia, and you were there, and you gave us a whole, a bunch of information about African ancestry, and I learned so much from you. And so tell us about African Ancestry and what the mission is for African Ancestry.
Well, AfricanAncestry.com, we're the pioneers of genetic ancestry tracing for Black people around the world. And as some of the family that's watching now knows, we are on a mission to help Black people transform the way we view ourselves and the way that we view Africa. And we do that by using your DNA to reconnect you to the present day African country and ethnic group that you share ancestry with on one of the branches of your family tree.
I'm so excited. We did the okay, help me say it.
Matriclan.
Yes, there you go. I couldn't get it out. So that means the mother side, right?
That means we're tracing your mother's line back 500 to 2,000 years. And we can't guarantee that it will be African, but if it is, we'll place it in a present day African country and ethnic group. So like we did for Oprah Winfrey, we traced her maternal ancestry to the Pele people living in Liberia today, or like we did for Chadwick Boseman, may he rest powerfully. He shares maternal genetic ancestry with the Limba people living in Sierra Leone today. So that's the work that we do.
I love that so very much. And from hearing you speak, it made me really realize how important it is to know that. One of the things that you said was that if our children knew that they were descendants of kings and queens, that they would show up in a different way. And I do believe that to be so true. And so, when people start talking about, tracing their ancestry and what to use, I kind of show up the same way that Chapman Bosworth did on The Breakfast Club. They say, oh yeah, well, I'm doing not the same. So can you tell us why African Ancestry is not the same as Ancestry and 23andMe and those other companies?
I sure can. I want to shout out some of the African Ancestry family members who are watching, Arnell Hill and Carrie Shell Love, Myron, I see you, and Jolie Soleil, welcome. Thank you for being here with me tonight.
Yes, thank
African
you.
Ancestry is different from other ancestry testing companies in many ways. We are different in terms of specificity. We are different in terms of security, and we are different in terms of ownership. So I'll start with ownership. We are the pioneers of doing this work. So we are the first and still really the only genetic ancestry testing company that's Black owned, Black led, Black founded, Black funded, with all Black scientists and an all Black staff that focuses on the ancestry of Black people. So we are in the business of being Black. That's the ownership.
Yes.
The second is specificity. We can tell you the present day African country and tribe that you share ancestry with on one branch of your family tree.
Yes.
That means that you can share those results with everybody in your family who's on that branch of the tree. So when you get your results, Darlaina, they will be the same for your children, if you have grandchildren, your siblings, their children, your mother, her brothers and sisters, your cousins, your grandmother, everybody shares that same result.
Wow.
The other companies do a different type of testing. They're not looking at one branch of your family tree. They're looking at DNA that has been mixed together from all of the ancestors that make up who you are. And so they can't give you specificity as to a country and an ethnic group. So that's one difference. They give you percentages of ancestries in your entire makeup.
Wow.
And they've divided Africa into regions. And so they will tell you Nigeria region, Cameroon and Congo region, Ivory Coast and Ghana region. It's not specific to a country. And so basically they're telling you that you're some percentage African. Okay. And we all know that we're some percentage African. We're under no illusions that we're 100% African.
Yes.
What people who take our test want to know, what the African Ancestry family wants to know, is where specifically in Africa am I from? Who are the people? What are their traditions and values and cultural practices and beliefs that have informed my experience without me even knowing? Yes. And so that's the difference in specificity. And then the difference in security is that we are the only company that does not sell or share your personal or genetic information. And we destroy the genetic material once a result is determined. So we do not monetize your genetic information once we give you your African or your ancestry results.
That's so awesome. And just, I think a lot of people don't know that African ancestry was first. You know, people see all these commercials and all this other stuff and they don't know. And so I know I find myself having that conversation all the time. I think just from hearing you speak that one time, I say everything you say. I say everything you say. No, they were first, and no, you need to know. And so we want to know, like, where we come from. We want to know our name. We want to know our tribe. We want to know, what the rituals are that we miss, because one of the things that you said was that we are the original victims of identity theft. And so by being able to tell us the village, that, like, I'm so, like, I'm just emotionally just can't wait, because I want to know so bad. I want to know my African name. And so I did speak to Michael Orleans, who does the trips. Just happened to meet him on Facebook. And I talked to him about you and Sandy, and he said, "Oh, I know them both." And he talked about how much he loves you both. And he told me, he said, "Well, I can tell you this. Tell me what day of the week you were born." And I said, "On Sunday." He said, "A female born on Sunday, his name is SC." So I know that. And so I'm just waiting to find out the rest of it. So I could just, oh my goodness, I can't wait. And I do have grandchildren. I have 8 of them. I told my kids to stop now because it's not funny no more. That's enough. That's enough.
And so I think it's important to point out that Michael Orleans is in Ghana, and that's a Ghanaian naming tradition that that says that a woman, they name their children based on the days of the week. And so that's how you got that AC name.
Okay.
Which is great.
If I'm not from Ghana, then it'd be a different story.
Well, that can still be your name, though. It's okay.
It's okay. I can keep it. Okay, I'll keep it. He told me that, and then he said, I'm going to add Edzipa. Edzipa meaning very special and something that everybody wants. So Michael Orleans named me Essie Edzipa. And nice. I definitely accepted that. What an amazing, beautiful human being he is as well. And he's working really hard to get people in the diaspora back over to the continent as well. And so I know.
Speaking of names, if I can, shout out to Sangu Jakam, who's watching. He just came on. He's an African Ancestry family member in Brooklyn. A very talented actor, playwright. And when he took the test, we traced his ancestry maternally to the Tikar people living in Cameroon today. And he received a Tikar name. He was named by the Sultan of the Bamoun Kingdom. He received that name, Sangu Jakam. So naming is a very important way for us to reconnect with our ancestry, even though, that may not have been the name that we would have had we not experienced the Holocaust of the transatlantic slave trade, but it still gives us a place, and it's the ancestors at work when Cameroonians give us a Cameroonian name, or Ghanaians give us a Ghanaian name.
Yes.
And shout out to Eddie Meeks. They're all coming in here.
Hey, Eddie, listen, tell them.
African Ancestry fam who was recently in the country of Guinea-Bissau. And he has had a couple of naming ceremonies and welcoming ceremonies and among the Balanta people living in Guinea-Bissau today. He's also running for judge down in Gastonia County, North Carolina. So anybody who has people in Gastonia County needs to let them know to vote for Eddie Meeks. But anyway, he's become very involved in the Balanta culture.
Yes.
Has traveled to Guinea-Bissau a couple of times. Yeah. And is a great example of someone who has really fully engaged himself in his ancestry and is drawn on that as a source of power.
Yes, that is my intention as well. Sandy already gave me the full lay of the land and said, listen, let's go, come. So I will be excited to be able to come to the continent and go to wherever I'm from. Can you explain to the people the difference between the maternal and the paternal test?
Sure. We offer two tests. One traces a maternal branch of your family tree, which would be you, your mother, her mother, her mother, her mother, going back 5 distinct portion of the DNA called mitochondrial DNA. Mm-hmm. That's DNA that we've all inherited from our mother, and she inherited it from her mother, and so on. It's maternally inherited, and it doesn't change over generations.
Yes.
The second test that we offer is called the Patriclan test. That test uses the Y chromosome DNA, which is DNA that is paternally inherited by males. Mm-hmm. So only males, men, have a Y chromosome, but it's passed down father to son, father to son, father to son. And so when we want to know the ancestry of a paternal branch of our family tree, we have a male family member take the Patriclan test.
Got you. And then in the Patriclan test, tell us what most likely happens with most African Americans when they take that test.
So when we trace the ancestry of African American, the paternal ancestry, again, you all have to remember the father's line of a man of African descent. 65% of the time, so 65 out of 100 men will get an African result. The remaining 1/3 of the men that take that test will get a European result. Yeah. And sometimes that can catch people off guard because they're taking an African ancestry test. They want to know where in Africa they come from. Yes. But because of the history of the behavior of slaveholders and slave traders and other European men engaged in the business of enslaving Africans, they were fathering children with enslaved women. Yes. And so a Portuguese slaveholder who has a son with an African woman is going to have a black son. And he's going to have black sons who have black sons who have black sons. But when we look at the DNA, the Y chromosome goes back to Portugal, not Africa. Yes. So it doesn't mean that you're not black. You can be my complexion or your complexion, Darlaina, and still have a European man in your family tree. And quite honestly, all of us do. Yes. None of us as descendants, particularly in America, I'll just talk about that because that's where we sit right now. Yes. No African American is 100% African. Yes. There was mixing. And so, that's just the reality. We don't always know where the mixing occurred. Yes. And so sometimes an African ancestry test uncovers that. Shout out to the Black Love Boutique. She's in here. You guys got to go over to her.
I know. I remember her. I remember
amazing T-shirts and all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry, darling.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yes, you're fine. I remember you having them on there because we talked about them not letting you work there. So.
Oh no, that was Mahogany Books.
Oh, that was Mahogany Books. Okay.
They wouldn't let me put books on the shelves, but the Black Love Boutique. She sent me a T-shirt, and I still have to take a picture in that shirt. I think about you every time I see that shirt, girl. Nice. I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Nice. Well, Dr. Gina, is there anything that you would want people to know as they're considering getting their ancestry done? I can tell you that the first time when I was considering it, when Sandy first connected with you, I remember it was a little bit pricey for me. But something has happened with the prices since the beginning.
Well, I don't know that something has happened with the prices, but there are a lot of strategies that people employ to take the test. So I'm going to be fully transparent. Our test costs $299. Some people find that pricey. Some people find that to be a very small price to pay for something so valuable.
Yes.
I don't know if everybody was on, but one result is not just for you. It's for multiple people in the family tree. So often families approach it as a family project where different people put in, brothers, sisters, cousins, put in towards the purchase of one test that one person takes, but you all share the result. We also offer a payment plan. So you can purchase a test kit using Affirm on our site, or even PayPal has a payment plan and get the test that way. And so, we cost more than the other tests because we don't just tell you that you're African. We give you very specific information, which I didn't mention is based on the largest reference database of African lineages in the world. So while Ancestry is going to tell you you're some percentage from this and that region, They compared you to 2,000 African samples. Yes. African Ancestry compares you to over 33,000 African samples. And so it's you pay for value, and that's what we offer.
I wasn't implying that it was pricey. I was implying that it was half the price from when I saw it the first time. So I'm implying that it's cheap. So do it. We absolutely can Kalaka as a family to put that together. Listen, I think it's going to be life-changing information. I think the fact that your young princesses and princes will have this information that they'll be able to share with everybody. I know my 7-year-old granddaughter, her and I dress up as queen and princess all the time. As a matter of fact, we have a viral TikTok video of us in African garb and our faces painted and all of that. And she is so amazed. She's like, Mom, this is the way that princesses carry themselves. She told me I wasn't being a good queen because I was laughing too much. She said, you don't know how to be serious. She's 7. And I said, well, what do I need to do? And she says, so just to be able to tell her African ancestry just wells me up, because I can't wait to share that information with my grandchildren while I am alive. And they don't have to look. They're going to get that information now. So that was my implication, that it was very affordable for people to do it. And then the fact that they can get on a payment plan now. Bravo, African ancestry.
Well, thank you. And shout out to Equality. They're on here. They're doing a project. I think they're in Florida. I hope I'm not messing that up. But Equality's gear that's watching with us, they actually they donate a portion of the proceeds from their products to a fund that they're using to buy African ancestry test kits for, I think it's for young people in their area in Florida. So there are all sorts of ways that we can work together to make sure that people who want to take the test have the opportunity to take the test. And I think it's really interesting, too, to note that there's a lot that happens once you find out where you're from. Mm-hmm. You talked about travel. Shout out to Fode, who's on here. I can't see the picture, but I'm pretty sure that it's the Fode I know. But at any rate, there is a Fode as part of the African ancestry family, PC Hawa, who were instrumental in encouraging the government of Sierra Leone to offer citizenship to. Oh, okay. They're in NOLA. Equalities is in NOLA. Okay. I was close, but the school they worked with recently is in Florida. Anyway, they PC Hawa, Shavana Frazier, and Fode and others encouraged the government of Sierra Leone to offer citizenship to people who trace their ancestry there, and that happened. And so in November 2020, the first group of DNA trace descendants to Sierra Leone received citizenship. Then in January of 2021, another group received citizenship. And then in April of 2021, 59 people, African ancestry family members, traveled to Sierra Leone and received a passport directly from the president of the country. So the world literally opens up once you find out where you're from.
Well, I can't wait for my world to open up. I've heard Sandy talk about it for years now, and I'm just ready for my turn. Black Love Boutique says she loves it. She said, my son knows he's from Pana, from Burkina Faso, and LGBO from Nigeria, and that has Libo, and that has meant the world to him. And so I am so excited that, people have taken this on, because I do believe it's very important to know, where we're from. We don't know our rituals, and we don't know our names, and African ancestry is absolutely changing that. And that's why I was so excited. I think when your team said yes, I think I cried for like a good 15 minutes, because I was just so happy, because I want my people to know. I want the people that watch, that watch me here over these last months to know that this is something that we can do, and it's affordable, and you can do it. Let's see. P Black says he says he's on his way to the Ivory Coast and Ghana again in 2 weeks. It's a journey. I can't wait. I can't wait to have that same journey. Dr. Gina, is there anything else that you would want the viewers to know that I haven't asked you?
We've covered so much in these past few moments, so I don't think so. I will encourage everybody that we're in unprecedented times, and while the experiences that we're having are not new, from the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, to the pandemic of racism. None of this is new. Yes. And what is separating people in terms of their ability to continue to thrive despite what we have to deal with is knowledge of who they are. Yes. Those who know who they are, those who remember who they are very clear that this is only a part of what we have to experience. They're clear that we've been given the tools to withstand this, to overcome this, and to thrive in spite of this. And they've been given the knowledge. Yes. Going back to the walls of the writings on the walls of the two temples and the tombs in ancient Kemet. Shout out to Anthony Browder and Atlantis Browder and the IKG Cultural Center. So we have everything we need. And those of us who know that are well positioned. So as pandemics come and hit us, as the economy throws us, we're grounded. Yes. We're grounded. It doesn't matter what people call you. It doesn't matter what people say about you, because you know who you are. And African ancestry, it would be an honor for us to help you expand your understanding of who you are.
Oh, I love that so very much. And I say that all the time. I say to people that if our ancestors could survive slavery, that boat ride here, if they could survive that, we darn sure can survive a pandemic, racism, and all the other things that are coming our way. We can handle this. This is like nothing compared to what our ancestors endured. You know, if you are here, that meant that somebody in your ancestry survived that boat ride. Somebody in your African ancestry survived through slavery. And so how dare we complain about anything that's going on when we have that in our lineage? So I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for saying yes. You guys, go get your stuff done. Go learn what it is that you need to know for you, so that you can pass it down to those people in your family, because it is not anything that we should take lightly. It should be one of those. It should be above your Chanel bag or your Gucci sneakers, you know, because that stuff costs way more than $2.99. So get your
Jordan.
Yes, that part. And so we want to make sure that we put some importance on it and put some priority on it, and find our way to the continent. I know Dr. Sandy is planning a trip. I think her trip is in August. Will you be attending that trip as well?
I'm not sure. I will be at her Boss Women breakfast though. So
okay.
That's the first thing. I know I'll be there.
Okay.
And I believe I'll be talking at that too. So if anybody on here, she's Boss W Power now in the IG, and I encourage you to check her out.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, I'm going to do my best to get to that Boss breakfast as well. And I want to see like what God is going to do so that I can get to this continent. So I should have my results by then.
Yes, you will, for sure.
Thank you so much again, Dr. Gina.
Thank you for having me. It was an honor to be with you.
Yes, thank you again. You guys, do your due diligence and get y'all stuff done. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thanks for watching. Bye, Dr. Gina.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope